Well, here we go. USPSA National Finals, the President's Final. We've got the Tidewater Piranhas against Ability360. To my right, Jeff Pitzker. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Doug, how are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Folks tuning in at home, this is our first broadcast, so bear with us if it doesn't sound like your normal silky voice, Tony Jackson. We're going to do the best we can to try to keep this game moving, keep all the action displayed, and throw a little maybe comedy in there. Jeff, what do you think?
If they came for comedy, they're in the right place.
I can look at you. Okay, so right away, we'll just talk about the referee in here. For the final, Allison Roquel will be the referee. Jonathan Newman, the legend, the myth. Guy's been around forever. Andres Guerrera, he's coming in. He's our guest from Monterrey, Mexico. And Kevin Warren, the local legend. He'll be the fourth official helping out on the sidelines.
So, Doug, let's talk about refereeing. What do you do for the USPSA?
Oh, right now I'm just kind of one of the main referees. My other job on the other side is the director of sport for the APFC, currently overseeing referees, coaches, and classifiers for the Western Hemisphere. So, Jeff, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm with MK Battery. This is our 15th year sponsoring the MK Battery Conference Cup. I'm the Vice President of Operations. It's just such a pleasure to be here. Again, this is our 15th year. It never gets old. It's my second favorite time of the year. I have to put Christmas, I have to put Santa over top of this. So, sorry USPSA, but you're competing against Santa on the favorite time of the year. But this is it's wonderful. Here we go.
Here we go. So Nikki Dwyer to center off. Tidewater Piranhas moving right to left on our screen. Ability360 left to right. Tony Jackson, not in the play-by-play booth, actually down there is the captain and the head honcho, number 8, as you'll see with the Ability360.
So, Doug, we see the Rising has 4 players and full bench over there with the Piranhas. What is your take on that? How does that benefit either team?
Well, it's really risk versus reward based on how deep your bench is. If your bench is not deep and you're not comfortable playing a bunch of players, then 4 is probably the way to go. Everybody gets maximum amount of playing time, but there is some risk, like we talked about. If you lose a player, somebody gets ejected, or one of the chairs loses battery power.
Ooh.
Not with one of those MK batteries, though, Jeff.
No, not at all. That's why 15th year. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Jackson with maybe of a misplay there. Maybe nerves getting to him.
Erlenberg.
Okay, ball out of bounds.
So Doug, what's the rule there? If it never goes in bounds, is it out of bounds automatically?
Well, it starts in bounds. So in any part of the ball, any fraction of the ball must start in bounds to have a restart.
Okay.
And right there, so it automatically starts in bounds. Unlike able-bodied soccer where the player actually starts out of bounds.
Tony Jackson, here we go. Come on, Tony.
Hurling ball reading that really well.
Full disclosure here, I am from Phoenix. I know Tony well. Very familiar with the Phoenix Rising Pro team as well as their USPSA soccer team. So, but I'm going to be as impartial as possible.
Smells like some home cooking from here. Number 4, Evan Palmer, the goalkeeper. He's free-flowing player. You'll see him up and down the court. Not really a stay-home goalkeeper, more of a pivot player, more of a target player up top for them.
So, Doug, the roving goalies, what are the rules in terms of when they're in the box, when they're out of the box? What can they do? What can't they do?
Well, the goalkeepers have the ability, like all the other players, to go up and down the court anywhere they want. The one luxury they do have inside their box, once they're inside their box, they can have another defender with them to avoid the 2-on-1. The 2-on-1 call, which you see Allison right now recognizing, but she's going to play through the advantage. Well done by her. Yeah, good question, Jeff. Thank you. So a kick in now. Hurling ball again, trying to pick out that right spot. Jackson, Sawyer, possible 2-on-1. Referee allowing an advantage as well with the play. Now we've got a play in the goal. P.J. Shaw, 7 there on top of the play. Along with Nikki Dwyer. Jackson looking for any sort of gap to get the ball to top to Mr. Rivas, and a spin kick by Rivas. And foul has been called by Allison. Allison Raquel sets the ball down, so 7 for the Piranhas now. We'll put the ball in play.
Shaw, come on, Shaw.
Rivas reading that against Erlenball and Rivas, 2 players that are probably going to go at it a lot here. Cross-court pass. Rivas just not closing the gate on that shot. Out for a goal kick.
So let's look at the setup here, Doug. Explain the setup. We got 3 on the pitch, plus the goalie.
Yeah, so it's 4-on-4 basically. Some players, as you'll see to the left, the Ability360 electing to keep one player back, sort of just holding down the bunker, the goalkeeper back there, but not the goalkeeper in this sport. As you can see, Evan Palmer is actually the goalkeeper in the green jersey, centered in the court right now, getting ready to take the free kick. Other teams can choose to bring all 4 of their players up. Again, these are all tactics employed by different coaches. Steve Belichick, the Tidewater Piranhas coach, can be an aggressive coach at sometimes. He asks a lot of his players. He doesn't really go into his bench much. I did interview him early Thursday, and he said that he had a long discussion with his, and we got a 2-on-1 here by the referee. We're going to be going out. He had a long discussion with his team and asked them this year at Nationals what's their goal, and their goal was to win.
Okay.
So he explained to the players on the bench, the reserve team, the finishers, if you will, that you're going to get limited playing time. We're here to win the tournament, and obviously they're in the national championship. So far,
it's working.
His theory is working.
It's working, absolutely.
So we got a deflection there off Erlenball, and so it's going to be out.
And Coach Belichick, he's been around for many years. He has developed so many players. It's unbelievable all the players that go through that club there.
Yeah, you're right. That Tidewater's Piranha program is just it's been around for a while, and they've come up and down. They've developed several players. He's got players that have played internationally with Team USA, and he's trying to develop some of the younger players now.
So, Doug, I'm going to steal a phrase from one of my favorite movies, Philadelphia, where Denzel Washington said, "Talk to me like I'm a 4th grader." Explain 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
Like we're a 4th grader.
Yeah, perfect. If you're tuning in at home and you haven't seen the sport, 2-on-1 is when 2 players from one of the teams is up against 1 player from the opposing team. When the ball is within 3 meters, the ball is really the measuring device, right? It's constantly dynamic, constantly moving at various rates, various speeds. So you have to be able to, as a referee and as an assistant referee, be able to track where the 2 versus 1 is. And sometimes it's 2 versus 2, sometimes it's 3 versus 1. So there's lots of dynamics and variables that go through the referee before making these calls. And sometimes they'll raise the fingers in the air, the 2 fingers, indicating I've seen a 2-on-1, and we're possibly going to have an advantage.
So the key is the ball and then 3 meters.
Correct. There you go. Just to keep it simple, the ball and 3 meters.
3 meters, okay. And often, do they play through the 2-on-1? Do they call it regularly? Do they allow a play on if someone's backing out of the play?
It's really based on the 2 teams' tactics, right? Whether or not they want to give up on a play or if they just want to continue to play through it. And also, the experience of a referee. Sometimes the experienced referees will allow it to, like a wait-and-see moment. As we're here, Allison Raquel is recognizing there's a 2-on-1. She had tried to allow some advantage. There was no advantage, so she did her wait-and-see method. Now she's bringing it back. And we've got P.J. Shaw here, top of the box. Very dangerous restart here. Now it's an indirect free kick, which means it has to touch 2 players.
Okay.
It could be from the same team or it could be an opposite team. Okay. Jackson with a good defensive stop. And now we've got transition here down the other side. Good play there. Isaac now. Isaac number 10. Working away, and you see a 2-on-1 there. So once the 3 meters was established with the ball, you saw 2 players from Ability360. And then we got the 2-on-1. So now it's an indirect free kick to the Tidewater Piranhas. P.J. Shaw on the kick. Jackson to Rivas. Rivas plays the ball all the way down court, trying to give his team maybe an bereavement, just some time to refocus and get reset.
That's a smart play, though. That's a smart play.
Yep. Sometimes you got to take the air out of the balloon, like you're saying, right?
Yep.
Yeah, hit the restart, and sometimes the emotions. I mean, this is a national championship. There's emotions, there's anxiety. Everybody wants to try to win. There's a lot on the line.
I was curious about that because both of them are moving up. The beautiful thing about the USPSA in this tournament is we do promotion and relegation, which U.S. Sports, I hope you're listening. Both of these teams are actually moving up to the Champions League. So I was curious if they were going to come out a little bit more relaxed, but as you said, they want to win.
That's correct.
They want to win. They want that. They want to raise the cup.
Yep.
So
there's more than just self-promotion, right? They want to be able to raise that cup, to know that all the work, all the sweat equity, all the time in the gym, all the travel, everything that they've incurred during the years that they've it's going to come out. Their investment. Oh, shot there off the post.
Off the post. Goalkeeper's best friend right there.
Okay. Jonathan Newman saying that there was a deflection, and he's going to set the goal post. We're going to go for a goal kick.
Jonathan Newman, what a story. What a story. Storybook career. He has, oh gosh, how many years? 20, 30 years?
Probably 30 plus. He was just the recipient of the first ever Chris Mulholland Award. Chris, a legendary referee that was a pioneer for the sport, that's done just about everything possibly can. His son, Kevin, is actually a member of the Tidewater Piranhas, as you can see on the right part of the screen. Kevin's an international player. He's played some games in Brazil and represented Team USA.
Yeah, Chris, what a great guy. I mean, he actually brought the able-bodied portion of it into the power soccer. It was amazing. I sat with Chris a couple tournaments and just explained the game to me, and just a wonderful guy. I miss him dearly.
Yes, 100%. Now we got a 2-on-1. Jackson trying to drive out. He saw the gap and hit the gap quickly. That's his experience showing. He can realize he can drive it in there and grab himself a 2-on-1. Dangerous play, backing in and swinging. Evan Palmer got kind of caught, fish out of water. Not like your walleye story, but fish out of water there, and kind of swung wildly there. Could have got himself possibly in trouble with the referee. If not, just a free kick to P.J. Shaw, and we're back under action. Shaw taking a shot. P.J. recovered quickly. Now Jackson and Hollenbach going at it. Number 10 for Tidewater Piranhas breaks that play up. P.J. Shaw now engaging.
I'll tell you what, I like that P.J. Shaw. Did you see down and play quickly?
That's right.
I wonder if he saw that game 2 games ago. Down and play. It was overtime. Down and play, game winner.
That goes back to Steve Belichick, the coach. When I had the pleasure of reffing a couple of his matches, just listening to him, some of the things he's saying about the players realizing those match-critical moments. If you see something, take the opportunity, grab it. Carpe diem,
Absolutely.
if you will. He would rather players try things and put 100% into it with failure, just so they could learn about the moment. Shaw here to break that play up, looking to counterattack. Now over to Rivas. Rivas, shot on goal. Saved there by Nicky Dwyer.
It's going to take a lot to get through Nicky. Nicky's been playing for many years.
One of the most intelligent players out there.
Agreed.
You've seen her on the Three in the Box podcast. Shameless plug here, but I'm telling you, that's one heck of a podcast they got. She's been on there. She was showcased under the rising stars and female athletes in the sport, and she is some personality.
Very well deserved.
Jonathan Newman putting the ball down here now for a kick in. Evan Palmer trying to search for that right angle, that right play. All these plays, these teams come. Some of these teams have hundreds of plays that they have set pieces to try to design to break down the opponent. This is like an up back through with an angled shot. Nicky Dwyer seeing that, makes a save. P.J. Shaw covering her. Caught on a goal a little bit, but now P.J. Shaw, they have a very good teamwork there. Looking to break out, and looks like it's going to be a 2-on-1 now. Yeah. Mr. Jackson and Evan Palmer, two of the key players there for this Ability360 team. I think they're talking over right now, saying, I thought you had it, and the usual.
Look at that. Shaw puts it in quick. I like that.
We got situation now. We got the goalkeeper now, and Mr. P.J. Shaw, 7 Piranhas, caught out a goal. When the goalkeeper is out of the box, Jeff, we're going to come back to that rule again. We're talking about the goalkeeper privileges. She loses her privilege outside the box. It becomes a normal field player. So now when she's outside the box, within the 3 meters, there is a 2-on-1 violation. And here we go. We got a massive restart here for Evan Palmer and the Ability360 team. I think they're looking to do something tricky out of the playbook. Ball is in play. Was barely touched. Again, Dwyer right on top of the play. Jackson with a 360, just like the team would suggest. His ability did not allow him there to hit the 360, but hey, no shame in trying that, right? It's risk versus reward. Try for a big-time play. Ball being put back in play now. A goalie restart, P.J. Shaw. They've now emptied their goalkeeper out. They're playing a little bit higher line, more of an aggressive approach. Maybe the coach for Tidewater, Mr. Belichick, has seen something he doesn't like, or maybe wants to make a change to put 360 under a little more pressure.
Way to hold back on that one. I thought he was going to go all the way.
And Jeff, with this sport, the restarts, if you will, are just a tremendous advantage for most teams that rehearse these free kick plays, and they just over and over and over do these free kick plays. So any of these free kicks down close to the team's box really are match critical moments, if you will. It's, you know, those plays can change a game.
You know, having been around the sport for the past 15 years, I would say about 70% of the goals come from a set piece.
I would agree with you.
So that's why you'll see when they get down there, and I love how they're just jostling. They're just trying to get that free kick.
Mm-hmm.
Tapping it off one another, just tapping it off.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's synchronized dancing, if you will, at some point. Who's going to give in, right? Who's going to give in and get that last touch? Free kick, cross court, opportunity there. Number 10, Isaac Edborough. He's on a lot of these free kicks. He's got a really strong free kick, and Coach Belichick's asking somebody didn't run their assignment. He's saying, you know, we have to execute. This is the final. We can't forget about what we're doing. The 10's got that strong restart. That is an absolute key ingredient for like a perfect recipe for a free kick goal. If you can have somebody hit the ball really hard.
Look at that, and on a rope, very accurate,
Yes.
very accurate. Oh, and I liked how she backed off. See how she backed off?
Yes,
See how Dwyer backed off? If
Yeah.
not, it was going to be a 2-on-1.
Forward ball, Mr. Rivas, if he can hit the spin kick, we'll see here. Okay.
Ran out of real estate.
Oh, we've got a 2-on-1 now, 2-on-1 violation. Tidewater Piranhas were caught in transition and not communicating there. So number 10 and number 7 have committed a 2-on-1 violation.
So in that particular, so 7 have called 10 off?
Yeah, there should be some communication there, right?
Okay.
And they just gotta know about the rotations. So transition's the biggest part of this game. When you go from offense to defense or defense to offense, you've got to know. You really got to have a sixth sense of where your players are going to be. And that comes back to your training and your practice, and you're basically knowing, right, your synergy with your teammates of who's going to cover what if I'm out of position. Cross-court pass, saved, again by Dwyer. Dwyer looking to start the counterattack. She's looking down court for possible transition. Evan Palmer again, turning his chair sideways, not giving her any sort of space. Shot downfield. Referee applies advantage. Good effort. They saw the goalkeeper was stranded. Only Shaw back there to save it. So they took the opportunity to take a free kick, a long free kick, if you will. Ends up going out for a goal kick. So we got to restart again. Shaw. You see Tidewater has changed now. Dwyer is playing extremely high, almost like a target player. So she's playing like a pivot in the middle. They're looking to play the ball into her and squeeze one of those 360 players inside there so they can free up one of their wingers.
Let's see if you and Coach Belichick are on the same page. Let's see.
Well, I'm on the same page, but Mr. Sawyer, 43, looks like he forgot to play. So, yeah, again, sometimes they change the play up on the fly, and then maybe if they don't communicate, that's what happens. So we got a substitution now. Belichick sees something he doesn't like. He's making a substitution. So 43 going out now, and coming into the game is going to be, let's see, 13, Connor Hurst. Connor Hurst making his way into the final. Welcome to the final, young man. Big moment for a young player.
This goes back to our conversation earlier about Coach Belichick developing youth.
That's right. He's not afraid to call your number. You
all.
have to be ready to go. If he calls your number, you got to go in there and give 100%. Jackson looking to see something here. Maybe one of his dynamic plays. Jackson has a playbook, just like Mr. Belichick on the other football side, the American football. This guy's got a huge playbook of things he can pull out. Looking to play the wall pass off the goalkeeper. Now he's got an angle for Rivas. Rivas over to Jackson. Jackson overplays the ball. Dwyer again. She's circling. As you can see, she goes right to the edge of the box, knowing her boundaries.
Yep.
Doesn't want to get brought out of the box. and get drawn into the 2-on-1. Very smart by her.
But that was a smart play by Tony to let that ball go, because as we said, a large percentage of the goals are from a set piece.
That's correct. Yeah, that's action versus reaction. He realizes Dwyer's going to stay, so he's going to go ahead and take the free kick and reset, reload. Hurling ball here. Jackson, hurling ball with a breakthrough. Looks like it's going to end up going over the end line for a goal kick.
So, Doug, for those first timers, talk to us about the ball. How big is the ball?
Well, the ball's much larger, right, in this sport, because obviously we it's a different sport. We use the guards on the front and back. It's much larger than the standard soccer ball, which is a size 5 and standard running game. So this ball is much bigger here to allow the players to be able to knock it around on the court. So now we got a 2-on-1, Jeff. We're back to the action here, 2-on-1 situation. Ability bringing number 3 out. Eric Jocelyn, they bring him out. They're going to bring him out so they can have Jackson and Evan Palmer back to defend this free kick. Maybe they see something they don't like. Obviously, Tidewater smelling an opportunity here to maybe strike first. Nikki Dwyer now into the action.
This is indirect, right?
This is an indirect free kick, so it's got to touch 2 chairs. In there to Connor to Dwyer. Dwyer off the goalpost. We've got a situation on the goalpost. We've got the referee having to make a decision. The assistant referee. Let's see what happens here. So in this sport, the goalposts are actually movable. So now we've got an agreement.
Yep.
The assistant referee had a better position than the referee, who was trapped right on top of the play. If the ball, let's go to the replay. As you can see here, Jeff, on the replay, it's a great free kick. We got side-to-side action. That's why they bring her up there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That experience right there. To know to go through the post, because the post is mobile here. It's not set in concrete or anything like most other sports. Here it can go through it. So we just need 51% of that ball, most of that ball, to go over that line. If it carries over the green line, which is below the goalpost, then we have a good goal. Assistant referee, Andres Guerrera, right on top of the play, giving her the signal that he's got a good goal and shaking his head good. So we're here at halftime now.
You know what, though? I'm going back to that move that Coach Belichick made when he pulled and put Connor in.
Yep.
Did you see Connor's first touch?
That's right.
First touch
is an assist in the national final.
Unbelievable.
In the national final.
Unbelievable.
Talk about stepping up and having a big moment. Okay, so we're here at halftime now, and I keep hearing about this walleye story. I know Ruth is going to get me if I don't bring up this walleye story. So for our viewers that are 18 or over, I just want to hear this walleye story. Jeff, go ahead, take it away.
Well, I at one time liked walleye, and I was talking to Ruth, and Ruth was she invited me fishing, and we were talking about the bait that they use, and I found out that they use leeches. And
did you say leeches?
Leeches. Exact. That was my response as well. That's exactly what I thought. Leeches, for gosh sakes. And I think I had the same look that you did. And well, you know, she called me a female anatomy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Ruth.
Ruth. So I've not been able to eat walleye ever again. Can't do it. I just can't do it.
Well, maybe you are a female anatomy if you don't want to try it.
But on to something else. I was talking to Doug earlier, and we were just talking about some of the stories and you know, I mean, Doug's been around for, gosh, Doug, how many years?
This will be my 39th year of officiating soccer. Over 20 years with Power Soccer.
Unbelievable. And this sport changes lives. I was telling Doug, one of my fondest moments is the thing I tell most everybody, and although it's going to be about the United States national team, this permeates throughout the entire USPSA, but they did an exhibition. There were 12 athletes, and they put their bios on the screen, Doug, and 11 out of 12 of them were college graduates.
What does that say? What is that telling you?
Changing lives. And the 12th one, it was because he was a sophomore in high school.
And where's that player now?
Well, went to college. 12 out of 12. This sport changes lives.
Incredible.
It really is. That's the one thing that just stands out, and I tell anybody and everybody that story.
And I'll say this much: you're talking about changing lives, right? It's not just the players; it's the coaches.
Absolutely.
right? It's the administrators that are involved, the assigners, and more importantly, some of the referees too. They have told me that, how do I get involved in this sport? Once they get involved, and I'll take, for instance, my wife, Heather Wolf, right? Shameless plug there for my wife. God love her, right? She got involved in this sport, and she can't get enough of this sport. She hated referees before she met me, right? So once I got her over that line of officiating and getting involved in the sport, now she can't get enough of this. This is all she talks about is power soccer. So it has changed her life. This is a huge part of her life, huge part of our life. And most of the referees involved, I mean, if not all of them, say that they can't get enough of it, right? So.
But, Doug, I'm going to do a plug for you. I've watched all the referees, and they're all amazing. But I love watching you because I've never seen a referee balance the players, coaches, fans, and you just have this calming demeanor, this sense of humor that I've never seen anybody. I would love to see you out on the pitch. You also referee pro. I mean, you MLS at one point in time, correct?
For quite a number of years, yeah. And then I had some, had a daughter come, and then I had to make some life decisions, of what was going to be best. So, yeah, I stepped back from the pro game and got heavily involved with my daughter, and then power soccer, too. And this has really taken over my life, power soccer. Wouldn't change it at all. But going back to that, what you're saying, thank you very much for the compliments. It's about experience, right? The more experience you have, the easier the game gets. The higher level that you've reffed, the pro, some of the international games. When you first get there, it's going 100 miles an hour. You're just hoping I survive. Can I survive? Is everybody going to like me? Try to do the best I possibly can. And referees, I believe it or not, are trying to be perfectionists. They really want to have balance. They want everybody to enjoy themselves. They want to have all the right calls. Have we ever done that? No. So far we haven't done that yet. We try to do the best we can. So I just try to apply all those things. So having all that experience equates to me having a really, really good time with the sport. And I've been blessed to have so many opportunities with power soccer, not only domestically but internationally. Speaking of which, we do have a big competition coming up in November in Phoenix.
Yes.
The America's Cup 2025 championships, obviously also known as the World Cup qualifier, which the World Cup will be next year, October, mid-October in Argentina, of all places, Jeff.
Yeah.
So in those teams are going to be Canada, U.S., Mexico, Uruguay, Brazil, and Argentina, all battling for two spots of the 10.
That's
okay.
Unbelievable.
Back to the second half now. We come out. Tidewater Piranhas up 1-0. We talk about that Dwyer goal. Let's see what happens now, what formation they're in. I'm looking now, Jeff, to my left, and they have Dwyer playing deep. So maybe Coach Belichick sensing that he wants to maybe have the safety valve on a little bit.
I think so. I mean, they got the lead, and you have a strong leg with strong kick with Shaw there. Shaw's going to play it up.
Yep.
He's going to get the ball up.
Shaw.
Dwyer, as mentioned, it's going to be tough to get one by him.
And I think Tidewater, after watching several of their games this tournament, they like to force the opponent into their own half and work from there. As to where Ability360 is very, very free-flowing. When they get in their groove and they're knocking the ball, like you see right here, big Rivas.
That's just a
really intelligent play. Just as I was segueing into Ability360's strengths, which is obviously motion and ball movement. They are just tremendous when it talks about moving the ball. If they get you spread out and those three players start knocking the ball around, it's chicken with your head cut off as a defender. You're just hoping you don't get caught out of position.
That was nice. I mean, just the unbalance there. I mean, the unbalance and breaking the lines. I mean, you think about it. I mean, in able-bodied soccer, you break the lines three ways. You go over, around, or through.
Correct.
Right here, you only got two options. You go around and through. Can't go over.
Right.
That was perfect. That was well done.
Ball down the line. Connor winning himself more playing time in Belichick. The young man Connor there.
How could you not love what you saw?
I love it. I love what I see.
Yeah.
Free kick again. Jackson searching. Cross court. Dwyer again. I don't even think she's sweating, Jeff, and this is a final. She's always cool.
Look at her.
Always cool out there.
Look at her. I think she's staring somebody down.
I wouldn't want to be the end of that stare. No thanks. I've seen some of the stare she gives the players. Okay, two players battling right on the side. Jonathan Newman indicating we're going to go 360 ball. So now we're inside half. Mr. Palmer looking for the right play. A missed kick by Palmer. Now they recover. trying to spread out. Looks like Ability360 trying to get themselves spread out, but really haven't looked too comfortable yet with knocking the ball around. They keep moving towards the middle of the court, which means they're not comfortable in their positioning, moving around. Connor again realizing that moment. Look at 13. Connor Hurst.
Great.
Already becoming a fan favorite. Battling right away with Rivas.
There we go. There's a little kiss. That's what we're talking right there.
Yep, battling. Now going to take on the goalkeeper, Palmer, 13. Doesn't care who you are.
Fear.
He's going to take you out.
I mean, no fear.
Jackson cross court to Rivas. Rivas back to Jackson, seeking. He sees a possible 2-on-1. Now he's going to try to dribble around wide. He's going to look to try to bring the ball back or expose a weakness here of Tidewater. Now P.J. Shaw bringing the ball out. Jackson stops him. He's trying to cut him off. We've got contact off the ball. Jonathan Newman, assistant referee 1, realizing there was some illegal contact. Maybe a little bit too aggressive by Jackson there after losing the ball and not being patient enough to let Shaw try to bring it out.
You know, Doug, going back to Connor, did you see Connor just disengage so they didn't get that 2-on-1? Because 2-on-1 there, but just disengage.
This is a young player with tremendous spatial awareness.
Yes.
He realized that if he went into that moment, he was going to put his team possibly in jeopardy of not only turning the ball over, but a free kick.
Yeah.
And free kicks, as we're going to keep talking about, extremely dangerous in this sport.
Yep.
Palmer now put the ball back in play inside their own half. The old push pass play. I've seen a lot of teams doing this now. It's a sort of a push pass. They push it right at the opponent, knowing they can't play the ball 2 times. Want the opponent to maybe bank it off them so they can get maybe a wall pass to themselves down to expose space. Yeah.
I haven't seen it before as much, but you're right. I'm seeing it.
Here, Connor. Here we go. We'll break to the action real quick. We got Connor on a breakaway inadvertently. Dwyer now out of position, facing her own goal. This sometimes can be dangerous when players face their own goal because they don't know what's behind them, where the opponent's coming. At a turnover here now, Rivas trying to take the ball from Dwyer. This is the first time she's looked shaky all game. She'll probably recover, as she does. Look she dribbles right through, dominating her position and winning the free kick.
Winning the free kick. So, Doug, in all of your years, could you tell us some of the advantages, disadvantages? It seems like we have a fairly mobile. Oh, look at Connor.
Connor again, right there in the mix.
Hold that thought. Let's see.
Evan Palmer trying to break out against P.J. Shaw. Now possible 2-on-1. Yep. Allison Raquel realizing there was a 2-on-1 there. There was no advantage, so she whistles it and brings it back. Back to your point, Jeff.
So we have a fairly mobile goalkeeper there. One that sits back here.
Right.
Jocelyn that's sitting back.
Right.
What are some of the advantages of that?
Again, we talk about tactics, right? If you're comfortable playing with three up court, and you want to leave a player back, and it's not even the goalkeeper. Eric Jocelyn's not even the goalkeeper, but they just leave him in that position there. They think he's best suited to stay back and sort of be like a last minute help if they need it. But he's really more of a stay-home player, as to where Dwyer on our left, again, she's back in her normal goalkeeper position. Maybe Coach Belichick realizing he wants to take his foot off the gas pedal for a little bit. I think the reason is this because we've got Connor having such an impact on the play right now that Dwyer. We got a deflection here. P.J. Shaw again with that really, really hard free kick. Saw something there. The goalkeeper, Evan Palmer, in the green shirt, jumps early and almost caused an own goal. Now we're going to go with a corner kick, and let's see how they line up here. So the goalkeeper's got to be lined up off the court, because that's within the 5 meters, and Mr. Jackson is actually at the 6-meter mark, which is 5 meters away from the actual corner kick space, allowing that 5 meters. Free kick here, P.J. Shaw. He's trying to pick out.
So I see what you're talking about. So there's a lot going on here. Tony Jackson can go up. He can hit it behind Tony Jackson, get a deflection.
Yep. 10 now. 10 trying to pick out Shaw down here. That's going to be too close. Well, the problem is when you miss-hit a ball like that, right? You miss-hit a ball and it doesn't go as hard as you want. Now the player's got to come towards it. When you come towards it, you're breaching that 3-meter line. So that's when it's an easy call for the referee. Quick free kick. Connor again on the shot. Jocelyn realizing the danger. Ready for the call. P.J. Shaw out of bounds. Again, I don't know if this script is written for this Connor Hurst, but it seems like ever since this young man has been put into the game,
things have happened.
He's dynamic. He reads the game. They're not afraid to use him. I don't know why he's been on the bench. Coach Belichick, is there something we don't know about this guy? Why is he on the bench?
We don't, but if I was Coach Belichick, one of the things I'm saying to Shaw right there is take the shot. Don't be afraid to take the shot.
The shooter's got to shoot, right?
Absolutely.
Shooter's got to shoot.
Got to take that shot.
Right. The big-time players want the last shot. The big-time players want to have the play.
The ball at their feet.
Okay, so now we have a substitution. Belichick seeing something. Maybe he wants to change up, put 43 really coming back into the game. Samuel Sawyer coming back into the game. We saw him showcased in the start of the game, and then he was taken out. So maybe Coach did a reset with Samuel, maybe calm him down a little bit and give him a new game plan and get him right back in there. Now we got Samuel Sawyer over to Connor. Connor takes a shot, spin kick, saved first.
Oh my goodness.
Another shot by Palmer, and Connor, number 13, this young man, enjoy your moment. Number 13, Connor Hurst, not Jeff Hurst from England in '69, who scored a hat trick in the final.
No.
This is Connor Hurst right now.
And you may not be able to see Doug and I, but we are standing up applauding. But remember the first half. What happened when Coach Belichick made a change?
Instant impact.
What happened right here?
Again,
Coach Belichick made a change.
We're talking less than 20 seconds later. He saw something. This is where the expertise comes in, right? He's developed his players. He's done his research. He does a lot of homework on the other teams. He saw something, and it comes down to the players executing at the end. You know, they'd still have to execute. So Rivas, not a Jackson. They're maybe going to be in hurry-up mode here. It looks like Jackson really trying to get on his players to say, let's go. You know, this is it. We've got to the final. Let's not panic. They're a very, very good team, this Ability360 team. They know how to score goals.
They made it here.
They just have to get the fire lit.
They made it here. They went through 10 other teams, eight other teams?
A lot of teams, right.
A lot of teams.
Rivas now on the spin kick to Jackson. Look at this. This is their patented play, right? Cross-court play. We got a deflection. Goalkeeper saves Shaw. Shaw quickly realizing, going in reverse, full commitment there. Let's go to the replay. Look at the replay, Jeff, here. Look at that cross-court pass right there to Jackson from Rivas. And then
look at Shaw.
Right there, right? Fully committed. Now we're back to the action here, and they've got him pinned in their triangle offense. We got a deflection. We got a possible situation. Nope. Referee says play on.
Look, it's wired. Not my house. Not today.
That's right.
That? Look at it. She's just so calm.
This is it. I think 360 smelling the game possibly changed. They know that they're running out of time, Jeff. We're right around that 10-minute mark left in the national final. It's do or die right now.
That's right.
Jackson trying to hold her in, putting Dwyer under pressure. Now he's got himself a pretty good free kick. This is where you really have to start executing plays. You can practice these plays all year long, but when you get to a national final, you've got to execute. So Jackson cross-court shot. It's blocked again by Dwyer. 43 now battling against Jackson. 43 winning it off the goalkeeper Palmer. Deflection out of bounds. And Tidewater will move up the field and try to take some time off the clock.
So, Doug, for those folks that are watching the first time, I saw Connor Shaw up here while everything. There's no offsides.
That's correct.
Correct. There's no offsides, correct?
There's no restrictions. The players can go wherever they want as long as they don't impede the 2-on-1, which we've got right now. Allison Raquel recognizing a 2-on-1 within the 3 meters, or 3 defenders in their own box, which is considered a 3 in the box, just like the podcast 3 in the box. Another shameless plug there.
Oh, look at this.
So now we got a transition moment here. Rivas stepping into Shaw. Shaw realizing, trying to take some pressure off and running it out of bounds, winning his team a free kick.
I'll tell you what, Shaw's just not someone that could put the ball on a rope.
That's right. He's
a very good defender.
Yeah, he's a good organizer of his team back there too. He knows when to take some pressure off and to get on the players. Free kick, 360 spin kick. Apologize there for quick. Almost working against him, so that can work against you too if the player is positioned to deflect it in. 43 now. Evan Palmer trying to press a little hard. As we're seeing, Jeff, 360, they're not desperate right now. They're a well-educated, very experienced team. They don't need to panic. They can score goals and in quick bunches. So they know if they can just get it going, that they can put Tidewater under some pressure. But Tidewater, I was checking some of the stats moving into this. They don't give up a lot of goals, man.
No.
I mean,
you know why?
We need to check back there. Is there something we don't see on that goal line? I mean, they're tough. I mean, between Shaw and Dwyer back there, it's just it's a no-nonsense defending.
Was that a 2-on-1 there?
That was a 2-on-1. I think it was maybe contact. But Back to the play. So now we got Rivas. Oh, we got 2-on-1 now again. So the ball was under hit, right? Palmer under hit the ball to Rivas, and that's forces your teammate to come in. And once you come in, you breach that line. Yeah. Referee realizing it, she's right on top of the play.
Smart play.
Well, the ball by Shaw knocked all the way down court. Some players might think, hey, why are you knocking it down court? It was to nobody. Not true. What he's doing is he's now pinning 360 into their own half.
Exactly.
Right? Look at their defensive set. Now that this Connor Hurst is stepping up, now they've got Dwyer back there as the anchor, and P.J. Shaw more of like a general in the middle, just telling his troops what to do, and they hit a reset and take some life out of this game. And again, the clock is their friend right now. As long as that clock runs, the Tidewater Piranhas are going to be happy. Long ball down court.
What do we got? We got 7 minutes left?
7 minutes left, plus additional time if the referee decides to add on time for substitutions, goals, misconducts, anything out of the ordinary if somebody's wasting time. So the goal of the referee is to have 40 minutes of playing time. P.J. Shaw here trying to look at what the best opportunity is. Are they in safe mode? Let's see what the free kick's going to be. If he goes cross court, I would say not safe mode. If he's going down the line, he's looking to play safe. Okay, a little aggressive play. Look at this cross court play. 1-2 combination Beautiful. Here. Connor Hurst now taking on Palmer. Again, right after Palmer. This guy's like a pit bull, this young man. he smells it and he goes right after it. Shaw now backing in. Evan Palmer cross court. Jackson smelling the cross court play. Dwyer again right there. Now it's deflected. 54. Rivas smells an opportunity. We've got a triangle of confusion here in the middle. We've got Dwyer, P.J. Shaw, and Rivas all battling for a ball. You got to be careful not to make contact there. You don't want to give away a cheap free kick or possibly a penalty kick. So,
did you see Dwyer cycle right back through?
She's an incredibly intelligent player. Again, gets the ball out of bounds, goes back. P.J. Shaw and her almost having like they're having a good time. They're laughing. They're smiling. So the pressure is really not mounting for them. They look like they're almost having too good of a time in this national final. As long as they're smiling, I think Coach Belichick's going to be happy because he's a happy camper. We want to keep him that way.
You know, I've never seen Coach Belichick ever sit down.
No.
Ever.
No, he's a gamer. He's a gamer. Here's a free kick now. Jackson miskicks the ball. That's not his first or second miskick. It looks like he's off a little bit. Jackson, a really high-quality player. You expect almost like a dropping a dime, as if you will. They're so used to their bread and butter is, those cross-court passes. They're usually on. Got 43 out of bounds. Sawyer trying to keep the ball in bounds. Now we're going to have a substitution here. Coach Belichick possibly some gamesmanship, maybe trying to bring another player out and kill some time off the clock.
Here we go. We got Erlenberg coming back in.
Yep. And again, he's a starter for them,
Absolutely.
Right? He's a starter, so maybe coach is saying, "Hey, I'm going to get some of my starters back in there. Guys that are used to some of the pressured situations." So here we go. A little push pass again. See some of the teams doing this.
They've done that a lot
again.
This game.
So it's an effective move when it's executed correctly. And right there, they moved up like a good 15, 20 feet. So now they're getting into those moments where they get down some of these free kicks. Rivas cross court. Free kick there. Early ball. Sees it. Rivas again. Massive cross court play. He and Jackson just not on the same page right there. That was whipped with some pace.
So, Doug, it's not often that we have somebody of your caliber calling the game. So let's talk about the speed of the chairs. I know we want to keep everything fair. How do we keep it fair?
Well, we keep it fair because we regulate the chairs. So there's speed testing done before and after the match, Jeff. So that's a great question. We got a spin
beautiful.
kick, reverse spin kick. We're back to the action real quick.
We got a ball game.
Rivas, we've got a ball game. Let's go to the replay here. What happens? P.J. Shaw here again. The power. Look at Jackson realizing that experience. Jackson to Rivas. I mean, that is their bread and butter game right there. Tony Jackson right out of the play booth, right into the field to execute a play like that.
Do you think Shaw mishit it a little bit?
I think he's going to want that play back.
Yeah, agreed.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Definitely. So now we've got 4 minutes to go plus some possibly stoppage time. This is where the nerves happen, right? This is where you got to really, really step up your game.
Don't tell Dwyer that. Look.
No, not her.
No.
So here, let's see if Ability. Oh, we got a missed kick here.
Missed kick.
Just barely played it, but now Jackson realized that. Up against Shaw now battling. They're both jostling for position.
But look where the ball's at. Look what side it's on.
That's correct. It's still there. Jackson sensing the moment. Maybe he's going to break. Maybe he's waiting. He's looking to change speeds and try to hit the hole. Now he's caught out of position. Goalkeeper had to retreat back. 4 to Palmer, back to the box. Number 10 now. Spin kick. Again, this 13 realizing. Look at this. Keeps the play alive. 13. Unpassed by Connor Hurst across. P.J. Shaw off the post.
Oh,
and
my
in.
goodness.
And in. Give Connor Hurst another assist in a national final.
3-point game already. 2 assists and 1 goal. But the most important part of that let's look at the replay. The most important part is Connor kept that ball in.
That's correct. A mishit ball by one of his players. He didn't give up. He kept it alive. And kept it at an angle so that the defense couldn't recover, Jeff. If you can't recover, then they're exposed. We went again cross court, and then they got a little bit of lady luck in the final. Sometimes good players make their own luck. Connor Hurst across to P.J. Shaw. P.J. Shaw escorting the ball across the line. 3-1. Here we go. Less than 3 minutes to go. National final, Presidents. This is huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Does that take the air out of the balloon?
That might be a little bit deflating.
Does that put 360 away, or do they have another answer possibly to this game?
Well, we got 3 minutes left. Look, they've had their chances.
They have.
They've had their chances.
They have. It's about executing, right? You have to execute. You've got to be clean. You know, this is the national final. You've got to be clean. A lot of these free kicks are being mishit. They're going to want these back. Yeah. They've rehearsed this. They've played up to this point flawless, if you will. Now Rivas on his patented spin kick, just not connecting there. Palmer sensing that there is some space on those wings. If they can expose that space, they just have to get on the same page, right? There's still enough time. There's still enough time. Never say never.
They're doing a great job breaking the lines right to left, left to right. It's just that final touch.
Yeah, that final phase, right. Now Palmer here. Spin kick to Rivas. Rivas playing. Shaw picks that off. Again, now Palmer, number 4 for 360. Battling with Shaw at midcourt. Shaw, he's a tough guy one-on-one, right? You're not going to really go through him.
You're not going to move him.
No. So now he's won his team a free kick. I think he's looking up at the scoreboard. He's looking what's on, we'll call it the menu. So now we're in that last phase of the game. 1 minute to go, possibly, without the referee additional time. 10 now, early ball. Battling with Tony Jackson down to Rivas. And here's Connor again battling. Connor always there. Now he becomes a disruptor, right? He's doing the work behind the ball. He's disrupting the flow of play now for 360. This ball is going to continue to roll all the way down. Andres Guerrera signals a goal kick. We're waiting for the indication from the referee how much possible stoppage time. This is the nail-biting time now, right? You're looking up at the scoreboard. You're trailing by 2, and it's you got to go. You got to be all in, right? Caution is in the wind. We got to go at this point. As to where the Tidewater Piranhas are staring deeply into the referee's eyes, saying, when will you call it? Now we got a bouncing ball that goes above the meter mark. So we're going to have a restart here now. It's going to be what's called a set ball, Jeff. This is when 2 players are going to battle for the ball. Not a jump ball, but it's a set ball because it's on the ground. Correct, like a face-off, right. As long as they don't go in hard, they both meet and greet, and then we play the game.
You know what, Doug, what I really enjoyed about this game is this game has been played clean. I don't think, other than a few 2-on-1s, there's not been any fouls.
Right. It's
not been any.
2 highly technical teams. That's why. They rely on their technique. So Dwyer there recovering back to the goal, retreating, if you will, out of the box. So when she's out of the box, she's a field player. Now we've got a 2-on-1. This is huge here. This has to be executed. The Rivas Palmer Jackson situation, they've got to get this right here to make this a game. They've got to, if they score a goal here, we're going to have some drama.
I like their chances here. I do. I like their chances.
So Dwyer closer than 5 meters. She's got to be off the court. P.J. Shaw has to be wider than 5 meters, so he's ready. And here we go. Rivas to Jackson. Jackson, near post. Bread and butter play. I've seen him do this so many times. Is it too late? Let's go to the replay real quick. Just look at this brilliance. We got Rivas over to Jackson. Jackson knowing
look at that.
P.J. Shaw off the goal line, snuck it in near post.
Had P.J. Shaw not made that one save about 5 minutes ago,
this is a different conversation.
3-3.
Here we go.
Same exact play.
Let's see how much. Referee looking at her watch. Not sure how much time's left. Shaw dumping the ball down, almost like in hockey, dump and chase. And there we go.
And Doug, I hate to say a broken record, but set piece.
Set piece. That's the final whistle from Allison Raquel. She closes the book, closes the chapter on this President's 2025 National Final. Your champions, the Tidewater Piranhas. well deserved over the Ability 360.
That was a great game. That was just unbelievable. I am a huge fan of the Tidewater Piranhas. Huge fan.
I'm going to say this,
and I'm going to go down and talk to Coach Belichick and Connor.
Absolutely.
Right after this.
Coach Belichick, I mean, put a medal around the man's neck.
Absolutely.
He used his bench wisely. Every time he went to the bench, something happened.
Within 20 seconds.
He got equity out of that bench. Every time he asked a player to step up, they stepped up in a national final. This young Connor Hurst, 3 assists?
2 assists and a goal.
2 assists and a goal. I apologize. 2 assists and a goal.
Yeah,
Connor Hurst.
A 3-point game.
Have yourself a day, young man. Have yourself a day.
That was unbelievable.
I mean, what's the future for this Connor Hurst?
Well, let's see. Is Peter from the U.S. Soccer here?
Right.
I'm sure he's on their short list.
let's get him called up.
We got the video. We'll send it to him.
Okay, so we're gonna in the broadcast booth. We're getting the hook signal from the power, Strike Force company here, and telling us that we're done. They can't afford our two voices on this network anymore. No more walleye stories. No more MK shameless plugs.
No more shameless plugs for what's the podcast? What is it again? One more time?
3 in the Box.
3 in the Box.
3 in the Box. Go check them out. Check out their merch.
Doug, appreciate you, buddy.
Jeff, it's been an absolute blast having you here. Back to the broadcast booth. Thank you so much.
Thank you.